Hello. I wanted to do a vlog today because today I did another thing that I ticked off my bucket list that I've kind of wanted to try. Sensory deprivation. Like I've heard about it for a long time actually. Like years and years ago. Like I heard about these like pod things where people float in these little pod things with water and it's dark, and then they can't hear, they can't see, and they're just floating in space. And I forgot what the reason was people did it. I think for relaxation or something, or I forgot what it was. But well, a few weeks ago, my friend Briley told me that she went to this thing called this sensory deprivation thing at this new place that opened called Floatation Elevation or Elevation Floatation Elevated Floatation in Hawthorn East. So if you look it up on Google, it'll come up. And she said, "Oh yeah, it was really relaxing and stuff, really interesting to try and stuff like that." So I thought, "Oh, that sounds fun. Like I've always wanted to try that." So today I happened to be doing some training, CPR training for work. Like we have to do it every year or a couple of years or something like that. And it happened to be in Hawthorn, and it finished at 1 or 1:30. And so I thought, well, I'm in this neck of the woods. So I rang up the place and. Yeah, there was like availability this afternoon, so I went down there and tried it out. It was really good. Like such an experience, like just what I wanted. Like it wasn't just like lying in water, like in a bathtub. It was like I could feel like first of all like how to describe. Oh, I'll show some photos. Let's make this a long video. Anyways, um, let's see. I'll show you some photos. Okie doke. So that's what it looks like when I first saw it in the room. It looked really futuristic. Like that's when it's closed. It's like a pod thing, and that's the lid. So like this round, futuristic looking thing. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it'd be like. I thought in my head I thought maybe we'll be in a swimming pool or something. I don't know how it was gonna go. And so here's a photo of me standing in front of it. Yeah. Looks pretty cool. It has the lights, colored lights inside. So there's a button you push. You can have no lights or lights that change color slowly. It's kind of like the mouse, kind of like my Razer Naga mouse. It's got lights as well, just to make it clear. So that's when it's purple. That's when it's green. Anyways, so it's pretty cool. Like it's not like you get locked in or anything because you're in control of it because like there's a handle and it just you open and close it yourself. And so I did it for 1 hour. And before I did it, I was just googling sensory deprivation and on the internet, and there's like they did an experiment to see like what the effects of work would be if someone did it for like 48 hours or something like that, because apparently they use it to torture people because it's really messes with your mind. And so in this experiment, this guy was in this dark room all by himself for ages, and apparently, like he said, he's just could he did it for 48 hours, but he said it was really hard to take, and you couldn't pay him to do it again. um, and he was saying he was like getting paranoid and all sorts of stuff. It was like crazy. So, but I only did it for 1 hour, and this is different. This is relaxation, and you can leave anytime you want. So but this is really good. So when I went in there, you lie in the water. It's like really high amount of salt in the water, concentration of Epsom salt apparently, which makes you float more than in normal water. So that's kind of cool. So also, yeah. So it's really nice. So once starts off, yeah. So you go in the pod thing. Took me a little like just a while just to kind of get acquainted with where it was, like how to like lie in it, and after a while it's alright. And I turned off the lights, went into the pod, turned off the pod light so it's all dark. Um, yeah, and it was really nice. Like how to describe it? It does really feel like you're floating in space. Like I imagined it was similar. Just I was imagining I was Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar. You know that scene at the end when he's going through I think the black hole or something, and he's just like in space and it's all dark. But his experience was really much more traumatic. And yeah, this was very relaxing. Like I felt like I was pretty much like floating in space, and your ears are in the water. And one cool thing which the guy told me is like you can hear your heartbeat, and I could hear my heart beating in the water. It was amazing. It's like pretty much the only sound I could hear for a while. Like it starts off, they put on some nice music for you, and then the music stops, and then later on when it's finished, they put the music on again after an hour or something. But I could hear my heart going tum 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 tum. It was incredible. Such a cool feeling. And also he told me that some people like to hum or things like that or sing. So I tried it and I was like blown away. All I did was ma me, and I just that level, and it sounded like it was vibrating through my whole body, and it sounded so loud. It was I if you ever do this, I definitely recommend humming or singing or something. I tried singing Let It Go, a few lines of that, but yeah, the best was like the humming and stuff like that. It sounded incredible. Like your senses are just it's different in there. It's nuts. And I got so relaxed. Yeah, just kind of just drift off. Yeah, and you kind of like lose track of time. Like I didn't know how long I was in there for and stuff. What else? It just and the water's like just a nice temperature. Like it wasn't hot or cold. It just felt really nice, so that you didn't really notice the temperature of the water, which was really good. Um, Yeah, and when I came out, when I finished it, I felt so relaxed and energized. I really did feel energized. Like to describe it, it felt like imagine like your head in your head. Like for me, I felt like before I went in, I had like either cobwebs or chains or something like just kind of this tightish feeling sometimes. And then afterwards, it felt like it all cleared out. It was like someone had just like blown away all the cobwebs, and it felt like just like it was flowing really well, and I felt really nice. Like it's really nice feeling. Like all the thoughts and stuff you had beforehand, like your mind's buzzing at 1,000 thoughts per second or something. But then afterwards, on the train ride back, I was just happy to just not think at all. Like, I was just staring into the horizon, just kind of like not thinking at all. So it was really nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, oh, shit. Anyways, just to wrap it up, yeah, I wanted to try it at least once just to see what it was like, and I really enjoyed the experience. It was really nice feeling just to be floating in complete darkness, like you couldn't see a thing, and it was awesome. Like that's all I'm gonna say. So where I did it was elevated floatation, which was in Hawthorn East in Melbourne.